Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It's Ross. How you doing? Rated R coming to you from the car. I am off to jiu-jitsu practice. It's one of the things I do. Aside from that, I am a professional guitar player. Living our best life right here. There's just a lot of shit that fucking annoys me, and I try to be the best person I can, and I try not to wear this stuff on my sleeve too much, and this is probably why I'm talking about it here. There's just a lot of stuff. That's really annoying. An example, this just happened. So I'm going to throw the garbage out in the apartment building that I live in, and there's a dude outside. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing a little construction for some reason late into the evening here. It was like he was ripping up the baseboards in his apartment, right? And he's laying all the shit on the floor in front of the trash room. Right? You open the door and you go in, and there's you pull it down and you put, like if you're old school, like where you would drop your mail off, on the outside of the post office, like one of those doors that you open up, almost like those Hannibal Lecter, send it through kind of doors. You know what I mean? That was a drawer, I understand, but that idea. So he's laying all the shit down in front of it's like, dude, I mean, look, I know maybe you weren't anticipating someone coming or whatever, but at the same time, what are you blocking? You're blocking doorways here. There's lots of room in the hall. There's lots of different places that you could put this shit. So it's just laying in front of the door. And I'm on my way to go do something, which I'm doing right now. And yes, I understand I'm in a hurry and everything seems like it piles up when you're in a hurry and all that kind of shit. But at the same time, come on, man, use a little fucking common sense here. So I'm standing at the door like, all right, do I move this stuff? Is the person coming back? Like, they're not in the hallway. I don't even know what apartment they're from. Then the door beside the trash room opens up, and it's this guy with another fucking armful of fucking trees, basically. Like, I mean, it's just, all this lumber. And I'm like, yeah, do you mind if I throw my garbage away? I mean, is that okay with you? And he's like, oh, sorry. Like it was a concept he hadn't considered. Like someone might need to get into all the fucking places that you're blocking. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So then I get into the trash room and I open up the door, I pull it down, and right in front of me, through the door, is just a wall of garbage bags that didn't make it down the chute. Like, now I understand, this is from floors above, and you can't tell what happens to your bag once it goes in there. If it went down, okay, job done, The same as every time I've thrown out garbage. Maybe mine gets hung up on one of the things on the way down. But I'm throwing out bags that fit in the fucking hole, If it doesn't fit in the hole, it's too big. It's too big for this. You didn't think ahead, and you just overfilled your garbage bag, and now it won't fit in the hole. So what do people, what do they do? Get a fucking, step ladder in there and just fucking push it with their foot? What are they doing to try to get it in there? So now there's just this stack of garbage bags in the hole, and you want to push and just see if you can release them and get them going. And I mean, that's all good, but at the same time, this day and age and the COVID stuff, and I don't want to be touching people's garbage. I don't want to be touching people's garbage when there isn't a pandemic. You know, it's gross. And so I'm like, are they almost kind of ready to go? So I give them a little nudge, and then like I don't see it because it's kind of dark in the room. The lighting is not great. You know, I put the palm of my hand right on something wet and gross. You know, and all I can think of is like banana peels, the fucking, you know, coffee grounds that go in there. Who knows what else? You know what I mean? Use your imagination. It's wet. It's wet. It's a wet garbage bag on the outside, right? It's disgusting. It's fucking gross. You know, and hey, look, I grew up on a farm. And I'm no stranger to, you know, we're shoveling shit and we're fucking, you know, you're always dealing with, had livestock and all of this. So there's, you know, the cattle piss on hay and it sits for a while and it gets that barn smell with that stagnant fucking soaking piss smell. I mean, it's fine. You get it on you and whatever, you have a shower. But when you're on your way somewhere and I'm clean and I'm pushing on this I shouldn't have touched the garbage bag, I guess is what I'm realizing as I'm saying this. Maybe just set the bag, your garbage bag, set it on the floor. You can't get the, you know, because that's what I ended up doing anyway. I was like, oh, okay, well, I can't get my garbage bag in the chute, so I'll just set it down here on the floor. And I guess the maintenance guys, but it's annoying. It's annoying. You know, have a little bit of foresight. Judge the size of the package before you put it in the chute or try to cram it in the chute. And if it's not going to fit, you know, they have this mentality of like, nah, it'll fit. I'll make it fit. But now you've backed everything up. And now, what if something happens and there's a fucking fire in the garbage chute? Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Now you caused all this, you know? You caused all of this shit happening, a fire in the building, you know, all this kind of stuff. I mean, you know, way to go. So then I get outside, ready to go. I'm waiting for my lady to pull up. Sorry, there's a little Bill Burr reference there, but I'm waiting for her to pull up with the car, and I'm listening to a couple of voice notes friends have sent me, and somebody pulls up in just a regular vehicle and is talking to me through the window. He's across the vehicle in the driver's side, rolls his passenger side window down to talk to me through there, and I hear like a faint voice in the background, and I look up and he's talking to me, and I'm like, oh shit, sorry. And I go, I'm sorry, what? And he's kind of shouting through. I still can't hear him. So I get closer to the car and he goes, you waiting for a taxi? I'm like, no, thank you. You're not one either. So why? I'm just going to jump in the car with you? Complete stranger in a vehicle that I don't recognize? Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, let me just jump in with you. Let me just jump in and get a ride with a fucking murderer, maybe? I don't know. Where are we going? If I tell you where we're going, are you going to get me there? Like, who in their right mind would just jump in with some dude? I don't get it. Anyway, I've just arrived at jiu-jitsu, and I'm going to go do that now. Thanks for listening. This was a short one. Cheers, everybody. Rated R. Like and subscribe.